A salute to everyone that's performed tonight. I'm really enjoying this evening. And of course, it's for a great cause, so put your hands together for everyone who's supported it. A joke. What do you call a kid from the projects who plays Dungeons and Dragons, reads comic books, and has way too many Star Wars figures? You call that kid friendless. Admittedly, my life has teetered between the fantasy and reality, between people who can fly and gunshots outside my window. I lived a life of knowing your own limits, but then realizing limits are just anchors that we put on ourselves. So I'm dedicating this piece to a good friend that I've never actually met. Kind of like an uncle that I never had a chance to have a beer with, or tell that one dirty joke with. A special uncle who created a very special universe for me with extraordinary people in it. Some of these people climbed walls, cast spells, had unbreakable skin, and can swing mighty hammers. Yet these people were kind of like me. I related to them. Some of these people had money problems. Check. Relationship issues, check. Bullied, check. Not popular, check. Misunderstood, double check. Somewhere between stress, anxiety, and just life, I always had a piece, though, of the fantasy and a big piece of the magic that he gave me. In my life, this is where fantasy and reality collided. It wasn't always fun, but this was the universe that my so-called uncle created. Kind of like if Wu-Tang Clan had produced the Twilight Zone. The crossroads of fantasy and reality. Reality was something that I had to face every day. The crime, drugs, unemployment, violence, racism, and addiction. So I embraced an addiction, the addiction that he gave me, an addiction to the fantasy. And like an addict, most of the times, all I really wanted to do in this world was just to escape, of nothing more for a few moments. I still do. Maybe through comics, maybe through cartoons or movies. But I chose to escape and embrace the fantasy and to live and to leave reality for a moment. See, deep down, I knew there was no such thing as a guy that could crawl walls or would wear suits of armor and could fly, or these huge hulking men. I knew these guys weren't real, right? But I chose to embrace the fantasy that he gave me and to inject it. I still do. Joke. What do you call a kid from the projects who reads Spider-Man, Black Panther, X-Men, Iron Man, and many others? You should call that kid grateful. That piece was dedicated to the late Stan Lee. Thank you.
Yeah.